Right then, welcome back to the show where the angry shouting man gets really angry, really shouty about a lot of old nonsense that's going on in the world of football, and Herbert's on Twitter. Hi, welcome back to Howson Versus. Right then, the Premier League absolutely bed this week when they decided to allow, what's the word I'm looking for? Definitely not racist John Terry into the Premier League Hall of Fame. And definitely not racist John Terry turned up to the Premier League's Hall of Fame wearing his medals, which tells me he had a moment at home in front of the full-length mirror where he was trying on his kit and wondering if he could do it again like that. The fucking bell. Meanwhile, absolute legend and all-round good egg, Andy Cole just turned up wearing a shirt and that because he's a normal fucking human being who actually deserves to be in the Premier League Hall of Fame. You throw John Terry in and go, put Andy Cole in as well. Meanwhile, the silence on Ryan Giggs, who, let's be honest, not the best brother-in-law the world's ever seen, is deafening. Because how have you got a Hall of Fame with him? Now, we all know he's probably a bit of a wrong-un, but how's John Terry in here before him? Why the double standards? It should be called the Ryan Giggs Hall of Fame. If we're separating the art from the artist, if you're celebrating what they've done on the pitch to off the pitch, then there's no reason not to put Ryan Giggs in. Fucking joke. Anyway, congratulations to Andy Cole. Right, it's John Terry. And in the meantime, John Terry also been on Simon Jordan's thing and actually managed to look like the bigger bell out of them two while on the podcast. Said that Rio blanked him on a beach.
But when you reflect back on the situation with Anton Ferdinand, and only two people know what really went on.
I tried to make contact with Anton that evening after the game. I tried to make contact with Rio and their agent after the game. And I basically got shut down instantly. We could have done something that was probably more powerful than what come about in the end. And that's probably my disappointment. We could have done something very powerful as a group of players, not only us, but everybody else, I think, at the time. And since then, I've tried to speak to Rio, who doesn't want to talk to me at all. I've seen him on the beach in Dubai and refused to speak to me. And there's not much more I can do.
Listen, Fel, if you've racially abused his brother, do you think he was going to go get margaritas with you, you absolute fuckwit? The FA themselves actually convicted him of using language likely to cause insult and upset and whatever the fuck their thing is. Anyway, they give him a 4-game ban, which shows how serious the FA is on racism. And in the middle of this interview that he did with Simon Jordan, John Terry, the fact that they put it in one of the trailers like it was some sort of a fucking zinger, right? AVB's just taken over at Chelsea. There's clearly player power issues at Chelsea at the time. And John Terry, with a new manager, does a real good job of proving there's no player power by stamping his feet, spitting his dummy out and proving that there's loads of fucking player power problems at Chelsea.
So when AVB come in, we went to Hong Kong, I think, and I'm sitting in economy on a 13-hour flight. And we've got Josh McEachran, Nathaniel Chalobah, a couple of other young players, all in first class. And this was part of AVB's going, no player's bigger than me.
Right.
Everyone's the same. So I'm going on the plane going, no, we're not going anywhere until these young players go back in economy and the first team players that have built this club to where we are today go back in first. AVB comes up. What's the problem? I'm going, well, we're not going anywhere until the young players move. And to be fair to the young players, they're going, this JT, it's really uncomfortable, we'll go back. And I'm going, no, it's not your decision. Has to come from, he has to own it. In the end, it spins, so all first team players fly first, younger players go back economy.
Now, I don't know the reasons why AVB decided he was going to put like Josh McEachran and a couple of the others in first class and the rest of the players had to go in economy. I wonder if it was some sort of psychology thing that maybe John Terry's not aware of, where he was going to speak to them players and say, right, you guys don't deserve to be in here, and then get them to prove themselves whilst they're on pre-season that they actually belong in there and that they're the same as everyone else. I imagine, knowing AVB being like a bad weirdo in terms of meticulous planning, probably had this idea of what he was going to do in terms of how the players were going to be treated, this, that and the other. Do you think they just decided Josh McEachran's sitting up there while Drogba has to go fucking eat chips in the back? Absolutely not. There was clearly going to be some sort of a motive and a plan for it. Meanwhile, John Terry, who says, oh, it's not about this, that and the other, and then literally goes on and proves that it was about I'm not sitting in economy because I'm John Terry, just comes across as a right fucking dick. How they looked at this interview and went, comes out great, eh? Oh, I'm not going anywhere because we belong in first class. Bell. Right then, if you're tired of saying, oh, this is an advert, we like these lot. If you're tired of the same old recipes week after week, then you've got to do your bit. Add a bit of spark to the meals without spending hours and hours in the kitchen, right? Well, you're in luck because today's video is sponsored by the good folks at HelloFresh, and we can help you embark on a culinary adventure, where balanced meals meet the ease of home cooking. They've got calorie-smart recipes, all under 650 calories. They've got veggie recipes if you want them. They've got flavour and convenience, and it doesn't compromise on taste. They're actually really, really nice, to be fair to them. HelloFresh simplifies your journey to a balanced lifestyle with convenient meal solutions. Elevate your day-to-day with family-friendly recipes, delicious treats, and the satisfaction of home-cooked meals tailored to your goals. Everyone dreads meal planning and grocery shopping. You don't want to be walking around any supermarket and you just don't want to, there's people there, you don't need to do that, right? But with HelloFresh, dinner is an absolute breeze. The recipes are very easy to follow and the meals are always delicious. And with HelloFresh, you get to choose from a variety of chef-curated recipes each week. All the ingredients are sourced directly from growers and delivered to your door in eco-friendly packaging. And here's the best part, because HelloFresh is committed to affordability and convenience, they're offering our viewers an exclusive deal. You don't have to wait to say goodbye to boring meals and hello to delicious hassle-free dinners with HelloFresh. Click the link in the description or use the code FTD to get 60% off your first box and 20% off the next 2 months, plus free desserts for life. So thanks again to HelloFresh for sponsoring the video. Let's get into the rest of this lot. And we can talk about VAR, right? And I think this is not the first time we've spoken about VAR. I did say not just the 4 penalty shouts today. I know one of them's not in the box, but what do you want me to do? Just like 3 penalty shouts and what? Shut up, right? Some things we say just for a giggle. But either way, the point is, why are handballs given against United but not for United? Why is bullshit levels of contact like we saw with Harvey Elliott enough to give a penalty for Liverpool, but when Garnacho gets literally booted, that's not a penalty? And twice. Do I think he went down easy with both times? Yes. But we're just talking about the consistency. How many times? Harvey Elliott literally dived. He literally initiated the contact himself, and everyone couldn't wait to fight over themselves to tell us why it's a fucking penalty. Meanwhile, Garnacho gets launched into the fucking air. I think he accepted that he was going to get launched into the air and tried to win the penalty. But why is that different to literally every other fucking player in the league that's got a penalty this fucking season? Has anyone been actually lifted? Like, oh my God, he got fucking ended in the box this year. No, everyone kind of just fucking folds in half like a cheap snakes and ladders board when someone breathes on them in a penalty box. Welcome to football 2024. Why is it different when Garnacho does it? Fucking bells. I don't need to go through and show you all the examples of nonsense. Garnacho gets literally lifted off his feet against Tottenham. Nothing. You get a bit of a tug pause on Rodri and penalty. They couldn't wait to fucking bring that back for a penalty, could they? You know, United have got these bullshit bogus handballs. Look at the 2 against Chelsea for starters. You can make a case neither of them are fucking penalties. Meanwhile, both are fucking penalties. You get the handball against United this week against Coventry, and then, but a few days later, it's not a penalty. I'm going to need someone from PGMOL to take their head out of their arse and explain what the living fuck is going on. Showbiz now, and Liverpool had decided to start filming a documentary to document the fucking wild success of Klopp repeating what Eric Ten Hag failed with last year, supposedly, with the Mickey Mouse Cup and a 3rd place finish, by starting filming a documentary that no fucker is interested in buying. So I thought I would help them out and see if Comedy Central UK wanted it. Because I think it's been fucking hilarious this season, to be honest with you. 1 out of 4, hungry for more. I'd just like to make a formal announcement that if none of the streaming services are willing to take this comedy special from Liverpool FC for this season, I have £5 English that I'm willing to place on the table for it. So, answers on a postcard. You up for it? £5. Get Klopp a new hat.